Good morning, my dear students, and welcome to today's class. Dear students, I hope that all of you are fit and fine in your homes and you all are taking care of yourself. Dear students, these days it is very important that you take care of the people around you and you take care of yourself. The number of cases that has been increasing, so it's our responsibility that we all should try to do whatever we can to decrease the number of the cases. Now, my dear students, in today's class, once again, we'll be going through the chapter The Sound of Music. Evelyn Glennie listens to music without hearing it. So, this is the part one of our unit, The Sound of Music, and we have read the chapter already. In the chapter, we read the story of Evelyn Glennie. Evelyn Glennie got deaf when she was quite young. She was 8 years old. Then her mother got to know of her deafness. She got deaf because of gradual nerve damage. Then she stopped listening, and because of that, her performance in school that was affected. She was recommended to go to a special school for deaf children, but she did what? She decided to work hard. Okay, उसने बहुत hard work किया, and with hard work and determination, she became a musician. All her teachers, they discouraged her. They discouraged her from playing music. But one of her teachers, Ron Forbes, he encouraged Evelyn to play music. He taught Evelyn that you must not feel the music only through your ears. Okay, you must not listen through your ears, but through different parts of your body. And then she was able to feel the drums from the waist up and waist down. Okay, higher drums from the waist up and lower drums from the waist down. And she became a multi percussionist. Okay, she could play multiple instruments with drums. So she mastered over 1000 instruments, and she she achieved a lot in her life. She became an inspiration for all those people who are handicapped. One of her major achievements was that in the year 1991, she got the Soloist of the Year award by Royal Philharmonic Society. And when she was 17 and she gave audition for Royal School of Music London, then in that school, when she gave the audition, she got one of the highest scores in the history of the institution. So, dear students, she is an inspiration to all the people who are handicapped, and what she has done, it has given a message to the handicapped people that if Evelyn can, then they also can. Now, my dear students, since we have completed the reading of the chapter, we'll now be discussing the question answers. Before you write question answers, I must tell you that in your notebook, when you'll be writing, you must write your notebooks properly. Everything should be written properly. The date and the day you have to write, name of the chapter, name of the author you have to write. Then you have to write the word meaning which are given in your NCERT book. Like here in this on the sides of the pages, many words they are given. So you all must write these word meanings of the chapter because they are very important. Okay. Now, after you have written these word meanings, then you will start writing the question answers. And every question that you answer, okay, every question that you answer, you must make sure that you write it according to the proper word limit. Your handwriting should be good. No spelling errors should be there. Please check your spellings, okay? And make sure you write what is asked in the question. Okay, एग्जाम में भी एक चीज जो हम ऑब्जर्व करते हैं चेकिंग के टाइम पे that some of you don't write what is asked in the question and you write something else. Always make sure that you understand the question. आपका 50% स्कोर वहीं पे आ जाता है जब आप क्वेश्चन को अंडरस्टैंड कर लेते हैं. Okay, so understanding the question, it is really important. Please make sure that all of you do it. Now, my dear children, it's time for us to start the question answers. So I hope you all will be ready to answer these questions. Okay, so please take out page number 20 of your main course book Beehive, and you all have to do all these questions which are given there. These 5 questions are there in thinking about the text. Okay, these 5 questions are there. All of you must do it. Okay, these 5 you have to do. Now the first part of the questions. Answer these questions in a few words or a couple of sentences each. Means these questions, they are basically for 2 marks. The word limit is 20 to 30 words. Okay. How old was Evelyn when she went to the Royal Academy of Music? We all know the answer. Just now I explained that yes, she was of a certain age, which was a young age. Okay. Still, if you have any doubts, you can look it up in the chapter. But I think by now all of you must be remembering that what is the answer to this question. When was her deafness first noticed? Miss Isabel Glennie, the mother of Evelyn Glennie, she first noticed Evelyn's deafness, right? What was happening at that time? Okay, what was Evelyn doing at that time? You have to write both these things. Okay, so write both these things and your answer will be complete. I don't think so. This question is very difficult, right? When was it confirmed? Again, the confirmation, it came from a certain person, so you have to look it up in the chapter and ask. Answer each of these questions in a short paragraph, 30 to 40 words. Now these 30 to 40 words questions, they are to be answered in almost a paragraph, okay? And these questions, they come in the examination for 3 marks. Okay, 30, 40. इन questions में आपकी word limit 60 तक भी जा सकती है. It's not an issue. But make sure you cover all the essential value points of the chapter. Now, who helped her to continue with music? The name of the person. All her teachers discouraged Evelyn that she should not take part in music. Okay, she should not play a musical instrument. But there was one person. Okay, there was a certain Mr. Forbes, right? You know the first name, I hope, who helped Evelyn play and learn music. What did he do and say? Again, you have to just explain his actions. What did he do and say? Okay, he gave a very sound piece of advice to Evelyn, which helped Evelyn understand and learn music. So you all have to mention that. Next, name the various places and causes for which Evelyn performs. Now, Evelyn is the most sought after soloist. Yeah, she's a solo performer and उसको लोग बहुत फॉलो करते हैं. So, Evelyn ऐसा तो नहीं है कि सिर्फ एक ही टाइप की परफॉर्मेंस करते कि that she's only doing concerts, okay, where there is an audience. No, Evelyn जो है वो चैरिटी वर्क भी करती है. Okay, वो फ्री में भी वर्क करती है. Wherever she is working free, you also have to mention that. Okay, so you have to mention her normal routine working. What is her routine working? And then you have to mention where she is working for free as well. Okay, wherever she is helping other people, right? She is giving back to the society. वो charity work कर रही है. Okay, वो जो 2-3 पॉइंट्स हैं दोज यू हैव टू राइट। ओके, एक स्टेटमेंट भी थी, है ना, एक स्टेटमेंट भी थी which was given by someone who belonged to a who belonged to the society, to a fund for deaf children, है ना। सो रिमेम्बर दैट वो कहाँ कहाँ पे क्या क्या कर रही है। ओके, फाइंड दैट आउट एंड देन राइट इट। ओके डियर स्टूडेंट्स, एक चीज और मैं बताना चाहूंगा दैट व्हेन यू आर राइटिंग क्वेश्चन में वर्ब की जो फॉर्म होती है, जरूरी नहीं है कि इन बुक में जो आंसर दिया हुआ हो वो भी उसी फॉर्म के अकॉर्डिंग दिया हो। ओके, सो क्वेश्चन की फॉर्म के अकॉर्डिंग आंसर में वर्ब की फॉर्म हम चेंज करते हैं। ओके, ये एक बहुत बेसिक एरर है बट इट इज अ वेरी कॉमन एरर। सो मेक श्योर यू वंस चेक द फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब, और इसमें अगर कोई डाउट आता है राइट करते टाइम देन आस्क फ्रॉम मी। ओके सर, इस ये क्वेश्चन है और ये इसका वैल्यू पॉइंट ये बनता है, इसका आंसर ये है, नाउ प्लीज टेल मी व्हाट इज द फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब, देन आई वुड क्लियर योर डाउट। ओके, बट मेक श्योर the form of verb that you're using that is correct, because verb is the central part of a sentence, और अगर verb में mistake है तो आंसर ही wrong हो जाता है। ठीक है, so verb बहुत important है, please make sure you use the correct form of verb. Moving on, answer these questions in 2 or 3 paragraphs, 100 to 150 words. जो हमारा long answer है, I am telling you very clearly, it is the most difficult part. 2 and 3 marks के questions, they will never trouble you. लेकिन ये long answer है 100 to 150 words, क्योंकि ये question last year 5 marks का था, उससे पहले ये 8 marks का था, और फिर ये 10 marks का भी था। ओके, 5, 8, 10। ओके, वर्ड लिमिट चेंज होती रहती है। 100 to 120 वर्ड लिमिट है तो 5 मार्क्स का, 120 to 150 है तो 8 मार्क्स का, और 150 to 200 है तो 10 मार्क्स का। तो अकॉर्डिंगली वर्ड लिमिट सीबीएसई चेंज करती रहती है अकॉर्डिंग टू द वेटेज ऑफ मार्क्स। ये जो आंसर्स हैं इनमें बहुत प्रॉब्लम होती है। ओके, इनमें बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स होती हैं बिकॉज यू आर नॉट अवेयर व्हाट टू राइट। अब क्वेश्चन ध्यान से समझो। ओके, बहुत ध्यान से हमें समझना बेटा। हाउ डज एवलिन हियर म्यूजिक? अब जब हम इस आंसर को राइट करेंगे, हम रीजन देंगे, हम बताएंगे, हम वैल्यू पॉइंट बताएंगे कि वो कैसे हियर करती है, फिर हम साथ में एसोसिएशन करेंगे। ओके, हम जो भी रेलेवेंट पॉइंट्स हैं उनको एसोसिएट करके फिर अपना लॉन्ग आंसर जो है वो फॉर्म करेंगे। ओके, हमेशा ध्यान में रखना है कि इस पॉइंट से रिलेटेड एवलिन, हाउ डज एवलिन हियर म्यूजिक, इससे, इस पॉइंट से रिलेटेड और कोई भी इररेलेवेंट पॉइंट आपको आंसर में मेंशन नहीं करना है। ओके, फॉर एग्जाम्पल जैसे अब हम बताएंगे कि एवलिन हियर्स म्यूजिक बाय फीलिंग द म्यूजिकल इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स थ्रू डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ अ बॉडी, हमने ये बताया, तो हम उसकी स्टार्टिंग की जर्नी बता सकते हैं कि रॉन फॉब्स ने उसे कैसे समझाया था, हम ये चीज बता सकते हैं। लेकिन अगर आप इसमें ये राइट करोगे दैट वंस एवलिन वाज ऑन स्टेज शी वाज अनेबल टू हियर, सो वो जो है आंसर से रिलेटेड पॉइंट्स नहीं है। ठीक है, एवलिन्स हेडमिस्ट्रेस आस्क्ड हर टू चेंज स्कूल, गो टू स्पेशल स्कूल, वो पॉइंट्स नहीं लिखने, हमें सिर्फ वो चीजें लिखनी है जो हमसे क्वेश्चन में पूछी गई है। ओके, डोंट टेल अ स्टोरी। और अगर कुछ आपको ऐसा पॉइंट लगता है कि आपको ठीक है अपना आंसर लॉन्ग करने के लिए, आंसर लंबा करने के लिए आपको सफिशिएंट वैल्यू पॉइंट्स नहीं पता है, सो उस टाइम पर हमें सिंपली एक चीज करनी है कि हम इन पॉइंट्स को शॉर्ट में मेंशन करना है। ओके, हमें बिल्कुल शॉर्ट में मेंशन करना है। हम अगर, क्योंकि अगर हमने उन चीजों को एक्सप्लेन कर दिया जो आंसर में हमसे पूछी नहीं गई है, हमारे हाफ मार्क्स तो वहीं कट हो जाएंगे। सो 1 or 2 lines which are not associated, you can use them if you don't know all the value points, But other than that, it is my sincere advice to all of you that you must write only what is asked in the question. ठीक है, उनसे रिलेवेंट चीजें लिखनी है. राइट, अब हम रॉन फॉर्ब्स वाला पार्ट ले लेते हैं. ओके, उसमें हम लिख सकते हैं when Evelyn tried to play a musical instrument, all her teachers discouraged her, but Ron Forbes, he encouraged Evelyn. Okay, and then we would write the part कि Ron Forbes ने फिर कैसे सिखाया. उसके बाद एवलिन को म्यूजिक कैसे फील होता है, व्हाट इज हर एक्सपीरियंस, ओके, while she is what she has told to Deborah Cowley, that you can write. ओके, स्टेटमेंट्स थी, एंड रिजलिन की स्टेटमेंट थी. ओके, वो स्टेटमेंट हम राइट कर सकते हैं. जो मेजर स्टेटमेंट्स हमें चैप्टर में कोट हुई हैं कि लाइक एवलिन फील्स, वी ओनली लिसन टू म्यूजिक एंड एवलिन फील्स म्यूजिक. सो वो डिफरेंस जो है, वो जो चीजें हैं, वो पॉइंट्स जो हैं, वो हमें लिखने हैं. ओके, सो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, दिस इज हाउ यू प्रिपेयर अ लॉन्ग आंसर. वैल्यू पॉइंट्स जो हैं इसके, ये जो स्टेटमेंट्स जो एवलिन के बारे में कही गई हैं, एवलिन का जो अपना पर्सनल जो उसे फील होता है म्यूजिक के टाइम का, रॉन फॉर्ब्स ने उसे जो सिखाया था, you have to mention all of that and then you will have your answer. Okay, so I hope all this is clear to you all. So if you still have any doubts, any problems in the chapter, feel free to ask from me. Okay, give me a call or send me a message on WhatsApp or Kaizala, as you wish. Okay, now my dear students, it's time for us to go through the part 2 of the Sound of Music, the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. So before you read, do you know these people? What instruments do they play? These people, they are some very amazing musical performers of India. They are the masters of the instruments which they are playing. So look it up and find out. Okay, like Zakir Hussain is there who plays tabla. He's quite famous for it. And then a man is there who is playing Shehnai. If you look at just this image on the corner, okay, he is, I think you all must have guessed that he is Bismillah Khan, and the instrument that he is playing is a Shehnai. Think of the Shehnai and the first thing you will probably imagine is a wedding or a similar occasion or function. So obviously जब wedding हो रही होती है, आजकल तो ये ट्रेंड कम हो गया, लेकिन जब नॉर्मली एक वेडिंग हो रही होती है, पहले के टाइम में 70s, 80s, इवन 90s में भी शहनाई प्ले होती थी. ओके, शहनाई की जो साउंड है उसे बहुत ही ऑस्पिशियस समझा जाता है. ऑस्पिशियस हियर मीन्स फॉर्चुनेट, काफी ऐसा समझा जाता है कि उससे गुड फॉर्चून आता है. ओके, उसको प्ले करने से यू गुड थिंग्स दे कम टू यू. द नेक्स्ट वुड बी प्रोबेबली उस्ताद बिस्मिल्लाह खान. सो फर्स्ट थिंग when we'll think of wedding, Shehnai will come to our mind, and the next thing will be Ustad Bismillah Khan. Why? Because he has given a lot to this musical instrument called Shehnai. The Shehnai maestro. Maestro means someone who is very efficient at what he does. Okay, so he is the master of Shehnai. Nobody plays Shehnai better than him. Okay, so he is the one person who has kept this art of playing Shehnai known in India. Okay, known to all of us. So the next would probably be Ustad Bismillah Khan, the Shehnai maestro, playing this instrument. Now let's start reading the chapter. Emperor Aurangzeb banned the playing of a musical instrument called pungi in the royal residence, for it had a shrill, unpleasant sound. Emperor Aurangzeb. Emperor means king. Mughal Empire में king थे. His name was Aurangzeb. I think all of you must know about him. So he banned a musical instrument called pungi because pungi had a shrill means sharp pitch sound. Okay, कुछ sharp सी sound थी उसकी, so he banned it. Pungi became the generic name for reeded noise makers. So जितने भी ये reeded noise makers थे, reeded means instruments with a pipe, तो उनको एक जेनेरिक नेम, दे वर गिवन अ नेम ऑफ अ क्लास. जितने भी ये पाइप वाले इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स थे उनकी क्लास को जनरली एक नाम से बुलाया गया, एक जेनेरिक नेम से बुलाया गया, एंड दैट वाज pungi. All of them were called pungi. Few had thought that it would one day be revived. Revive means कि उस वो वापस उसमें जान आएगी, उसको वापस कोई यूज करेगा. A barber of a family of professional musicians who had access to the royal palace decided to improve the tonal quality of the pungi. So एक barber ने decide किया that he will improve the tonal quality of pungi. जो pungi की में क्या प्रॉब्लम थी, shrill sharp pitch sound आती थी उसमें, उस tonal quality को improve करने का decide किया. He chose a pipe with a natural hollow stem that was longer and broader than the pungi. So pungi की जो stem थी वो बहुत ही small थी, okay? But he went with a longer stem और उसमें gap भी ज्यादा था, okay? जैसे वो थोड़ी पतली नहीं थी, वो थोड़ी ज्यादा मोटी थी, okay? He and made 7 holes on the body of the pipe. So फिर उसने क्या किया, उसने 7 होल्स बनाए, ओके, जैसे फ्लूट में होल्स होते हैं वैसे उसने शहनाई में भी, मतलब इस इंस्ट्रूमेंट में भी होल्स बनाए. When he played on it, closing and opening some of these holes, soft and melodious sounds were produced. So जब उसने प्ले किया, उसने अपनी फिंगर्स को रिमूव किया, रखा, और तो बहुत ही सॉफ्ट और प्लेजेंट साउंड आए, ओके. Melodious means which is very nice to hear, a pleasant sound. He played the instrument before royalty and everyone was impressed. The instrument, so different from the pungi, had to be given a new name. So ये instrument उसने जब play किया, everybody was impressed, everybody liked it, and this instrument was now to be given a new name क्योंकि इसका उसमें कुछ difference था pungi से, so it was to be given a new name. As the story goes, since it was first played in the Shah's chambers and was played by a nai, the instrument was called the Shehnai. So, because Shah कौन होता है, king, king के chambers में ये play हुई थी और it was played by nai, so Shah और nai को add करके बना दिया हमने Shehnai. The sound of the Shehnai began to be considered auspicious. Auspicious once again means fortunate, जिससे good luck आता है, good fortune मिलता है हमें. And for this reason it is still played in temples and is an indispensable component of any North Indian wedding. North India में, especially उत्तर प्रदेश में, Shehnai is an indispensable part. Indispensable means essential, बहुत ही essential part है, okay? In the past, the Shehnai was part of the Naubat or traditional ensemble of 9 instruments found at royal courts. So in the past, Shehnai जो ये royal instruments का part होता था, जो 9 royal instruments होते थे, उनका part थी. It was a part of the traditional ensemble. Ensemble means group, okay? जो traditional एक group था, उसका part थी. Till recently, it was only used in temples and weddings. सिर्फ temples और weddings में ही हम इसका use करते थे, okay? The credit for bringing this instrument onto the classical stage goes to Ustad Bismillah Khan. So ये जो musical instrument है, शहनाई, इसको classical stage means classical performances में, classical म्यूजिकल इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स जहां प्ले होते हैं, उसकी स्टेज पे लाने का क्रेडिट किसको जाता है, उस्ताद बिस्मिल्लाह खान को, ओके? So Ustad Bismillah Khan, he is the central character of our this chapter, and we will know more about him. Okay, dear students, we'll be reading till here only. And if you have any doubts about the question answers or what we have read in the first two paragraphs, then please give me a call or send me a message on WhatsApp or Kaizala. Okay, so dear students, that's it for today. Thank you and have a great day ahead.